truth that we can feel. The final act of courage is the simple right to think, to break the silent promise that the crumbling canyons bring. The chains are not of iron, they are woven out of lies. The mental subjugation that we witness with our eyes. But knowledge is the weapon and the question is the key to unlock the silent prison of the false reality. The tide is turning, brothers, the system starts to crack. There is no turning back, now we are taking back the track.
Hear the revolt of the mind, the spirit will be free. The heavy one drop firing for a true autonomy. This is in the magic power of the intellect unleashed. The final fierce resistance for the future we have wished. The strings are sharp and urgent, the warning in the air. The final deep momentum born of collective fierce despair down.
With the noise and with the screen to keep the fire hidden from the vibrant living scene. But the human mind is restless, it refuses to be tamed. The passion for the freedom that can never be proclaimed. The greatest evolution starts in silence and in thought. The lessons of the history that the system never taught. We raise the flag of reason, the banner of the truth, reclaiming the fierce promise of our dignity and youth.
The propaganda fall down when the minds them start to work. Now be the slave to the pattern that only bring the hurt. Read the book, ask the question, open up the weary eye. The power in the knowledge make the wisdom multiply. From the shackles of the thinking to the clarity and might. The final fierce rebellion for the everlasting light. The silent simple logic is the hammer and the stone, to break the false perception and claim what is our own.
We are the rising current, the logic and the fire, fulfilling the great promise of the ultimate desire.
Hear the revolt of the mind, the spirit will be free. The heavy one drop firing for our true autonomy. This the cinematic power of the intellect unleashed. The final fierce resistance for the future we have wished. The strings are sharp and urgent, a warning in the air. The final deep momentum born of collective fierce despair.
I started the long walk to the ashes of the start, to trace the bitter outline of the breaking of the heart. The road is lined with fragments of the things we had to be. A final quiet journey to my own neutrality.
I carry no resentment, no anger and no pride. Only the solemn knowledge that the love we had has died. And in the act of walking, a strange new freedom starts. The simple painful courage of separating parts.
The chapter is completed, the pen has been put down. I shed the heavy costume and surrender the false crown.
This is the final ceremony, the scattering of the dust, the final quiet wisdom of giving up the trust. Yeah, the heavy one drop echoes, the deep profound farewell, the cinematic ending of the story we must tell. Yeah, the strings are silent mourners for the fire that turned to gray. I walk into the sunrise of a cold, indifferent day. Yeah. The heaviest of burdens is the hope that will not fade. The desperate fragile structure that my weary mind has made.
ashes are the witness to the truth that must prevail. The knowledge that the future cannot ride upon this rail.
I find the raw acceptance in the quiet, steady pace, the dignity of mourning in this empty, lonely space. I am the quiet warrior in the battle with the past, the final gentle knowing that the beautiful cannot last. The heart heavy, bread of the road long and slow, but the truth is the water, let the sadness flow. Now hold on to the phantom, now clutch the empty air. The spirit are lighter when you drop the heavy care. From the fire to the ashes, from the ending to the start. Find the true strength in the quiet of the lonely heart.
The walk is an atonement for the time I failed to see that the kindest final action was to finally set you free. The wreckage is the altar where the new me will reside, accepting the vast ocean and surrendering the tide.
This is the final ceremony, the scattering of the dust, the final quiet wisdom of giving up the trust. The heavy one drop echoes, a deep, profound farewell, the cinematic ending of the story we must tell. The strings are silent mourners for the fire that turned to gray. I walk into the sunrise of a cold and different day.
The long walk, the ashes, the final piece.
Ay, ay, ay. Ay, 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 ay. Oh. I found my final preacher in the root and in the storm, the sacred wilderness where I am truly deeply known. The river is the sermon, the mountain is the guide. The truth is not in dogma, but in the places where we hide. The man-made fears are shattered by the simplicity of green, the grand eternal wisdom of the true unhurried scene. I trade the noisy chatter for the language of the leaves. The only faith that truly matters is the one the soul believes.
The spirit of creation is breathing through the trees. 1,000 generations resting on the breeze.
This is the worship of the wild, the simple, perfect place. The heavy one drop rhythm of the ancient primal grace. The cinematic power of the sun and of the rain, washing off the residue of every single chain.
The strings ascend with glory to the canopy above. The final true salvation is the unconditional love.
The concrete and the glass are just a fever dream and haste, a landscape of illusion that the simple soul has chased. But here the air is honest, the silence is profound, the place where my true nature can finally be found. I seek the root connection, the current that runs deep, the sacred quiet promises that the earth has sworn to keep. The wildness of the nature is the Jah is the rushing stream. Forget the Babylon nonsense. Wake up from the dream. The forests are calling. The jungle speak the truth. Go back to the source and regain your ancient youth. From the soil to the canopy, the energy a flow. Let the sacred wilderness make your spirit grow. The fear of the unknown is conquered by the sight of the raw and tainted beauty of the everlasting light. I am the quiet servant of the vast and endless sky. The simple true awareness that the soul can never die. This is the worship of the wild, the simple, perfect bliss. The heavy one drop rhythm of the ancient primal grace. The cinematic power of the sun and of the rain. Washing off the residue of every single chain.
The strings are sung with glory to the canopy above. The final true salvation is the unconditional love.
Sacred wire, true salvation.
I catch a fleeting vapor of the ghost of the island, a bittersweet reminder in this cold and hurried land. The coconut and sand are now a picture in the mind. The simple quiet life I had to leave behind.
My memory is the compass that points towards the sun. The golden easy rhythm of the days that now are done. I sing your simple freedom into every single cloud. The love that is eternal, beautiful and loud.
I taste the mango sweetness through the layers of the gray. I know that part of me will never fade away. Oh, the ghost of the island still dances in my head. The memory of laughter on the words that must be said. The heavy one drop beating is a comfort in the chill. A cinematic longing that my heart can never kill. The strings are weeping softly for the sun upon your shore. I carry you inside me forever and for.
The rhythm of the pavement here is frantic and so fast. It tries to kill the essence of the culture of the past, but the language of the drum is a current that runs deep. The sacred ancient promises the weary soul will keep. I find a quiet magic in the colors that remain, a quiet sort of fire that survives the northern rain. I am the living archive of the sunshine and the sea, a monument to all the things that you meant to me. The island are calling, the wave I pull the heart. The roots strong, bred I right from the very start. Them can't steal the spirit, them can't kill the sound. The love for the homeland, it a solid sacred ground. So we close the eyes and we breathe the tropic air. The island is right here in the memory we share.
The distance is illusion, the memory is true. I built a quiet harbor in the thought of me and you. I send my weary spirit on the wings of every breeze to rest beneath the shadow of the forgotten leaves. The ghost of the island still dances in my head. The memory of laughter on the words that must be said. Every one drop beating is a comfort in the chill. A cinematic longing that my heart can never kill. The strings are weeping softly for the sun upon your shore. I carry you inside me forever and for more. My island, my ghost, my sweet home.
They build this cold iron cage with the money and the law. I build the perfect prison for the souls they try to draw. The bars are made of fear, the lock is made of doubt, and the price of the obedience is the voice they filter out.
We work the heavy cycle for the profit of the few, and trade the goal of living for the cold and empty blue. The power is in numbers, but they taught us to divide, to keep the fire hidden where the true self has to hide. But the light is getting through, a fracture in the stone. The knowledge of our freedom is the seed that has been sown.
We break the cold iron cage, hear the sound of the new dawn. Everyone drum marching for the victory that is drawn.
The cinematic uprising is the promise of the free, to smash the glass illusion and reclaim our destiny.
The strings call out for justice, a melody so bold. The human spirit rising from the stories they have sold. They use the subtle terror of a fragile broken peace to keep the revolution from achieving its release. We are the silent majority, the workers and the poor. The hands that build the fortress that keeps knocking at our door.
The time for quiet pleading is a memory that is past. The structure of their power is dissolving way too fast. We trade the easy comfort for the thunder in the soul, to finally take the reins and regain our lost control.
When me say look on the bars, them are only made of lies. We are take back the sunshine, we are claim the skies. No more working for the master, no more bowing the head. The power in the union, in the words that we have said. From the gates to the mountain, from the darkness to the light, the righteous army marching with the final winning might.
The unity of purpose is the strength they cannot seize. The fire of the people riding on the tropic breeze. We stand for the simple truth, the dignity of man, to write the final chapter in this universal plan.
We break the cold iron cage, hear the sound of the new dawn. The new dawn. Everyone drum marching for the victory that is drawn. Victory is drawn.
This cinematic uprising is the promise of the free, to smash the glass illusion and reclaim our destiny. Our destiny.
The strings call out for justice, a melody so bold. The human spirit rising from the stories they have sold. Break the cage, be free now. Break the cage, be free now. I stood on the wreckage of the bridge you said was strong, a monument to every place that I completely got wrong. The promises were whispers, now the stone is cold and sharp. The final empty stanza of a broken, useless heart. You built your shining future on the fragile core of me, and sailed away to freedom on a self-made shallow sea. The smoke has finally cleared to show the brutal honest view. The deepest form of losing is the final loss of you. I collect the broken timber of the trust that fell apart, to build a safer harbor for this weary aching heart. knife, but the cutting is the cleansing, it'll save your life. Now look back at the wreckage, not dwell in the shame. Burn the bridge to the past and reclaim your name. The heavy rhythm will move you from the pain and the fear. The future are bright, make the vision be clear. The weight of disappointment is a shield I cast aside. The final true acceptance that there's nowhere left to hide. I am my own survivor, my own anchor and my own sea. The brutal independence is the only thing for me. I burn the bridges of broken promise in the fierce cleansing fire. I trade the shallow comfort for a spirit rising higher. The heavy one drop rhythm is the drum of my release. The cinematic anger that will finally bring me peace. The strings scream out the betrayal, the final bitter cost. The freedom is the harvest of the loyalty I lost. The freedom, the freedom, I am free.
I finally found the map within the boundaries of the soul, the quiet, vast interior where I finally am whole. The wisdom is not spoken, it is whispered on the air, a silent, profound answer to the unexpressed prayer. I traded all the movement for the stillness and the depth, and measured my existence by the silence of the breath. The mind is a great ocean that requires the tide to cease, to find the perfect compass in the sanctuary of peace.
The noise of the outside world is a fever I must break for the final sacred journey that the spirit has to take.
This is the map of silence where all the truths reside. The heavy one-drop rhythm where the spirit starts to glide. The cinematic vista is the landscape of the soul, reclaiming every fragment to finally make me whole. The strings weave quiet solace, a melody of grace. I found a sacred temple in this still and empty space.
The frantic search for meaning was the thing that led me astray, to seek the grand illusion of a brighter, perfect day. But truth is in the moment, the simple quiet now, the final deep acceptance of the silence and the vow. I am the traveler and the road, the question and the key. The only voice that matters is the one that speaks to me. The fear of the unknown is simply fear of the true self, hidden deep inside us, placed upon the highest shelf. Yo, seek the stillness, seek the peace in the void. All the frantic energy, it must be destroyed. The answer not outside, it are deep within the heart. Trust the spirit guidance, make the healing start. From the noisy growth to the solitude and rest, put the universe wisdom to the final sacred test.
So freedom is not something that the outside world can give. It is the inner knowing of the truth that we must live.
I am the map, the cartographer, treasure and the guide, the perfect simple purpose where the deepest secrets hide.
This is the map of silence where all the truths reside. The heavy one-drop rhythm where the spirit starts to glide. the map, the truth is home. We stand before the wall of gold, where freedom went to die. The silent cold indictment beneath the watchful silver sky. The names upon the marble are the voices we must claim. The victims of the system burning in the final flame. They build their borders high to keep the light away from sight, to trade the true connection for the shadow of the night. But the blood of the righteous is the ink upon the page, right in the fierce chapter of this unforgiving age. The fear they try to sell us is a weapon we will seize, to find the collective power on the revolutionary breeze.
Tear down the wall of ghosts, let the trumpet sound the call. The heavy one drop rhythm for the structure set to fall.
This is the cinematic battle where the truth will break the dawn. The fight for simple justice from the moment we are born. The strings climb high with fury, fueled by every single wrong. The people's deep refusal is the chorus of this
Whoa, yeah, whoa. I read my gospel in the compass and the wave, the maritime gospel of the soul. It has to say, the ocean doesn't hurry, the tide doesn't repent. It offers the slow wisdom on how the time is spent. I threw my shallow logic to the deep and silent blue, to trade the anxious seeking for the simple honest view. The boat is just a metaphor, the journey is the truth, carrying the fragments of a misdirected youth. The salt is the pure answer to the questions that I pose. The deepest, truest freedom is where the spirit goes. The sea is the witness, the sky is the command. I found the only scripture in the water and the sand. The heavy one drop pulses, the rhythm of the heart, a cinematic journey to find the sacred star. No need for high theology to know that I am whole. The ocean is the sanctuary for the weary searching soul. Whoa, yeah, whoa. The horizon is the mirror where the ego starts to fade. A vast and perfect canvas where no compromise is made. The map of expectation I have folded and put down. I seek the simple glory of the island and the crown, to navigate by intuition, by the wind and by the star, to trust the inner current no matter how far. Whoa, me say, sail on. horizon. Let go the fear and the burden before the day is done. The ocean I cleanse you, the water I set you free. That is the pure meditation for all the iron we keep the compass turning, keep the spirit light and bold. The greatest treasure is the story to be told. The storm is not a punishment, but a fierce and vital test to know the strength within you that was hidden in your chest. I trust the mighty current, though I cannot see the shore, to reach a deep assurance and ask for nothing more. The sea is the witness, the sky is the command. I found the only scripture in the water and the sand. The heavy one drop pulses, the rhythm of the heart. A cinematic journey to find the sacred stars. No need for high theology to know that I am home. The ocean is the sanctuary for the weary searching soul. Whoa, yeah, the sea. Whoa, the gospel, the truth is here.
I walk through the archive of dust and fading light, where every single memory is fragile and too bright. I find your folded laughter in a box beneath the bed, the phantom scent of rain on the words you never said. This house is just a vessel where your absence holds the keys, a silent vast cathedral built of ancient memories. The past is not behind me, it is living in this room, a beautiful torment blossoming in the gloom. The silence has a volume that screams your gentle name, and I'm the quiet keeper of a long extinguished flame. Oh, the archive of dust is all that you have left, a cinematic sorrow of a soul forever bereft. The one-drop rhythm carries the weight of every tear, a heavy healing sound to quieten every fear. I trade the fragile hope of rescue for the dignity of pain, and let the bittersweet remembrance wash away the stain.
I tried to clear the cobwebs to make a brand new space, but every empty corner only shows your absent face. The photographs are fading, a perfect final blur, and every future morning is a future without her. But in the final surrender, a strange new beauty lies, the courage to keep breathing beneath indifferent skies. The memory heavy like an anchor in the mind, but the past is the teacher, the lesson that you find. Now fight the feeling, just let the sorrow flow. Every loss is a chapter, let the spirit grow from the dust to the stars, from the silence to the sound. Keep the soul clean from the sacred ground. To honor the lost presence is the final act of grace, to build a quiet solace in this lonely broken space. The love remains a current The sharpest edge of breaking is not the sudden brutal shock, but the slow deep erosion like water on a rock. I watch my own foundation turn to dust within an hour and surrender to the weakness, finding courage in the power to shatter the illusion of the strength I had to show and let the honest, quiet, painful fragments start to glow. The heart is just an engine that requires an oiling tear to cleanse the heavy residue of every wasted year.
I welcome the new wisdom that arises within the fall. To realize that having nothing means I finally have it all.
This is the alchemy of breaking, turning sorrow into light. The final fear surrender to the vastness of the night. The heavy one drop rhythm is the comfort that I need. Planting seeds of transformation from the bitter broken seed. The strings are set, a cinematic proof that pain has value deep. The promise of the harvest that the weary soul will keep. The past is not a prison, it's a gallery of ghosts. The quiet, perfect witness to the battles and the boasts. I left my ego sleeping on a cold and marble floor to open up the chamber to what I've never felt before. A vulnerability that is more potent than the steel. The simple, quiet knowledge that the fragile things are real. I am rebuilt from silence, from the empty space within. The journey of becoming where the true self can begin. Me say when do all them fall, that is the time for grace. You find the power and the blessing in the empty space. Now fear the zero, now fear the nothing at all. The greatest strength is knowing how to rise up from the fall. The fire purify, the water cleanse the wound. The alchemy are working on the solid fertile ground. I finally understand the map of where the spirit had to roam. That the only destination is the quiet sense of home.
The cracking of the structure was the way the light got through. I am completely broken and completely brand new.
This is the alchemy of breaking, turning sorrow into light. The final fear surrender to the vastness of the night. The heavy one drop rhythm is the comfort that I need. Planting seeds of transformation from the bitter broken seed. The strings are set, a cinematic proof that pain has value deep. The promise of the harvest that the weary soul will keep. Alchemy.
Transformation, I am new. They promised us the zenith, the perfect shining peak, a golden age of wisdom for the humble and the meek. But the mirror shows a fracture in the velvet and the sheen, and the promised evolution is the tired broken screen. The monuments of progress now stand rusted in the rain, a heavy hollow echo of a profit-driven pain. We traded all our substance for the phantom of the hype. Now the bitter taste of truth is all that we can swipe. The narrative is failing, the wise are all exposed, the perfect image fading on the story they compose. This is the rust of the golden age, a monument of lies. The cinematic failure written in their fearful eyes. The one drop beats a warning for the system built on sand. They cannot hold the truth back from the people of this land. The strings are rising with the fury of the long-suppressed sound. Tear down the false perfection and reclaim the sacred ground.
They distract us with the glitter, with the fast and fleeting fame, while the structural foundation is consumed by the slow flame. The illusion of connection shields the final dark despair. We're screaming to the ether and no one seems to care.
But silence is a weapon when the noise is all they sell, and the quiet phantom prays and breaks the artificial spell. I seek the pure rhythm where the power truly lies, beyond the empty clamor and
are full up of ice. The shiny car, the diamond ring, them can't mend the soul. The system of fraud, it's a losing all control. We not buy the fiction, we not swallow the lie. The truth is the soul, and the dawn is now.
The weight of history is heavy on the weary shoulder now. The final deep repentance of the promise and the vow to stand within the crumbling and refuse to turn away. To welcome the destruction for the sake of the new day.
This is the rust of the golden age, a monument of lies. The cinematic failure written in their fearful eyes. The one drop beats a warning for the system built on sand. They cannot hold the truth back from the people of this land. The strings are rising with the fury of the long suppressed sound. Tear down the false perfection and reclaim the sacred ground. Reclaim the ground. The truth is ours.
They taught us how to follow, they taught us how to kneel, but the revolt of the minds is the truth that we can feel. The final act of courage is the simple right to think, to break the silent promise that the crumbling canyons bring. The chains are not of iron, they are woven out of lies. The mental subjugation that we witness with our eyes. But knowledge is the weapon and the question is the key to unlock the silent prison of the false reality. The tide is turning, brothers, the system starts to crack. There is no turning back, now we are taking back the track.
Hear the revolt of the mind, the spirit will be free. Everyone drop firing for a true autonomy. This is in the magic power of the intellect unleashed. The final fierce resistance for the future we have wished. The strings are sharp and urgent, a warning in the air. The final deep momentum born of collective fierce despair down.
With the noise and with the screen to keep the fire hidden from the vibrant living scene. But the human mind is restless, it refuses to be tamed. The passion for the freedom that can never be proclaimed. The greatest evolution starts in silence and in thought. The lessons of the history that the system never taught. We raise the flag of reason, the banner of the truth, reclaiming the fierce promise of our dignity and youth.
The propaganda fall down when the minds them start to work. Now be the slave to the pattern that only bring the hurt. Read the book, ask the question, open up the weary eye. The power in the knowledge, make the wisdom multiply. From the shackles of the thinking to the clarity and might. The final fierce rebellion for the everlasting light. The silent simple logic is the hammer and the stone, to break the false perception and claim what is our own.
We are the rising current, the logic and the fire, fulfilling the great promise of the ultimate desire.
Hear the revolt of the mind, the spirit will be free. The heavy one drop firing for our true autonomy. It's the cinematic power of the intellect unleashed. The final fierce resistance for the future we have wished. The strings are sharp and urgent, a warning in the air. The final deep momentum born of collective fierce despair. The minds are free, the time is now.
I started the long walk to the ashes of the start, to trace the bitter outline of the breaking of the heart. The road is lined with fragments of the things we had to be. A final quiet journey to my own neutrality.
I carry no resentment, no anger and no pride. Only the solemn knowledge that the love we had has died. And in the act of walking, a strange new freedom starts. The simple painful courage of separating parts.
The chapter is completed, the pen has been put down. I shed the heavy costume and surrender the false crown.
This is the final ceremony, the scattering of the dust, the final quiet wisdom of giving up the trust. Yeah. The heavy one drop echoes, the deep profound farewell, the cinematic ending of the story we must tell. Yeah. The strings are silent mourners for the fire that turned to gray. I walk into the sunrise of a cold, indifferent day. Yeah. The heaviest of burdens is the hope that will not fade. The desperate, fragile structure that my weary mind has made.
But the ashes are the witness to the truth that must prevail. The knowledge that the future cannot ride upon this rail.
I find the raw acceptance in the quiet, steady pace, the dignity of mourning in this empty, lonely space. I am the quiet warrior in the battle with the past, the final gentle knowing that the beautiful cannot last. The heart heavy, bread of the road long and slow, but the truth is the water, let the sadness flow. Now hold on to the phantom, now clutch the empty air. The spirit are lighter when you drop the heavy care. From the fire to the ashes, from the ending to the start. Find the true strength in the quiet of the lonely heart.
The walk is an atonement for the time I failed to see that the kindest final action was to finally set you free. The wreckage is the altar where the new me will reside, accepting the vast ocean and surrendering the tide.
This is the final ceremony, the scattering of the dust, the final quiet wisdom of giving up the trust. The heavy one drop echoes, a deep profound farewell, the cinematic ending of the story we must tell. The strings are silent mourners for the fire that turned to gray. I walk into the sunrise of a cold, indifferent day.
The long walk, the ashes, the final piece.
Ay, ay, ay. Ay, 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 ay. Oh. I found my final preacher in the root and in the storm, the sacred wilderness where I am truly deeply known. The river is the sermon, the mountain is the guide. The truth is not in dogma, But in the places where we hide, the man-made fears are shattered by the simplicity of green, the grand eternal wisdom of the true unhurried scene. I trade the noisy chatter for the language of the leaves. The only faith that truly matters is the one the soul believes.
The spirit of creation is breathing through the trees. 1,000 generations resting on the breeze.
This is the worship of the wild, the simple, perfect place. The heavy one drop rhythm of the ancient primal grace. The cinematic power of the sun and of the rain, washing off the residue of every single chain.
The strings ascend with glory to the canopy above. The final true salvation is the unconditional love.
The concrete and the glass are just a fever dream and haste, a landscape of illusion that the simple soul has chased. But here the air is honest, the silence is profound, the place where my true nature can finally be found. I seek the root connection, the current that runs deep, the sacred quiet promises that the earth is sworn to keep. The wildness of the nature is the mirror of the soul, to finally find the fragment that will make the spirit whole. Joy is the mountain, joy is the rushing stream. Forget the Babylon nonsense, wake up from the dream. The forests are calling, the jungle speak the truth. Go back to the source and regain your ancient youth. From the soil to the canopy, the energy of flow. Let the sacred wilderness make your spirit grow. The fear of the unknown is conquered by the sight of the raw and tainted beauty of the everlasting light. I am the quiet servant of the vast and endless sky, the simple true awareness that the soul can never die. This is the worship of the wild, the simple, perfect place. The heavy one drop rhythm of the ancient primal grace. The cinematic power of the sun and of the rain, washing off the residue of every single chain.
The strings ascend with glory to the canopy above. The final true salvation is the unconditional love.
Sacred wire, true salvation.
I catch a fleeting vapor of the ghost of the island, a bittersweet reminder in this cold and hurried land. The coconut and sand are now a picture in the mind, the simple quiet life I had to leave behind.
My memory is the compass that points towards the sun. The golden easy rhythm of the days are now are done. I sing your simple freedom into every single cloud. A love that is eternal, beautiful and loud.
I taste the mango sweetness through the layers of the gray. I know that part of me will never fade away. Oh, the ghost of the island still dances in my head. The memory of laughter on the words that must be said. The heavy one drop beating is a comfort in the chill, a cinematic longing that my heart can never kill. The strings are weeping.
the culture of the past, but the language of the drum is a current that runs deep. The sacred ancient promises the weary soul will keep. I find a quiet magic in the colors that remain, a quiet subtle fire that survives the northern rain. I am the living archive of the sunshine and the sea, a monument to all the things that you meant to me. The island I call in the wave I pull the heart, the roots strong bred I right from the very start. Them can't steal the spirit, them can't kill the sound. The love for the homeland, it's a solid sacred ground. So we close the eyes and we breathe the tropic air. The island is right here in the memory we share.
The distance is illusion, the memory is true. I built a quiet harbor in the thought of me and you. I send my weary spirit on the wings of every breeze to rest beneath the shadow of the forgotten leaves. The ghost of the island still dances in my head. A memory of laughter on the words that must be said. Every one drop beating is a comfort in the chill. A cinematic longing that my heart can never kill. The strings are weeping softly for the sun upon your shore. I carry you inside me forever and for more. My island, my ghost, my sweet home.
They build this cold iron cage with the money and the law, a gilded perfect prison for the souls they try to draw. The bars are made of fear, the lock is made of doubt, and the price of the obedience is the voice they filter out.
We work the heavy cycle for the profit of the few, and trade the goal of living for the cold and empty blue. The power is in numbers, but they taught us to divide, to keep the fire hidden where the true self has to hide. But the light is getting through, a fracture in the stone. The knowledge of our freedom is a seed that has been sown.
We break the cold iron cage, hear the sound of the new dawn. The heavy one drum marching for the victory that is drawn.
The cinematic uprising is the promise of the free, to smash the glass illusion and reclaim our destiny.
The strings call out for justice, a melody so bold. The human spirit rising from the stories they have sold. They use the subtle terror of a fragile broken piece to keep the revolution from achieving its release. We are the silent majority, the workers and the poor. The hands that build the fortress that keeps knocking at our door.
The time for quiet